Oh, I pressed the wrong button. There we go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I mean, it's hard to be super crazy bullish when you have got a market like we've got, but these are the most important live streams we do. These are the shows that you absolutely need to be locked in. These are the ones where we're going to talk about what's going on, try and make some sense of what's going on, and I guess get to a resolution as to, is this bad news or not? I think that's probably where we want to get to. As always, do me a favor, smash up the like button to a brand new all-time high. If it's your first time here as well, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. We talk about cryptocurrency every single day. These are the days where, you know, people either make or break their entire bull market, and we'll sort of talk a bit about what's happening and what's happened, and I think it's kind of worthwhile. Be under no illusion, by the way, it is not good news. Doesn't mean the market's over, doesn't mean the bull market's finished. It isn't good news, though, and I just want people to understand that. At the same time, though, you are definitely going to need your tinfoil hats this evening. If you don't already purchase or own a tinfoil hat, I highly recommend getting one. They are definitely worthwhile. And yeah, we're going to be discussing all of what's happened today, and we're going to be sort of getting into a little bit as to more detail about what is happening as well. So, with that being said, let's say hello to a few people. I'm going to get into it. Lorenzo, are you happy? Mate, always happy. And this is the difference between me and other people, you see. My glass is half full. Never half empty. But yeah, anyway. Craig, what's going on? Tim's here. Paul, good to see you. JFR, what's going on? Fall's in the building. Tomato Pete. Shoesmith, what's going on? I'm just going to call you Shoesmith, it's easier. Bruno, Asta, yeah, Asta doing well actually today, in fairness. Sitecoin says I got wrecked today. You won't be on your own, Alvin, unless you shorted the market. And if you shorted the market, then congratulations to you. Let's say, for example, you shorted the market on a 30x leverage from 118,400, then you will have imprinted. Just say. But yeah, Holmes says perfect time for Wreck Rabbit. I mean, it definitely feels appropriate, doesn't it? I'm bullish as a bullish frog. That is very bullish. Love it. Rob, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in, as always. And welcome to all the La Familia Madrigal here on TikTok as well. So Fairgrounds in the building. I've been in sell on a BTC since 120. Love it. Aptus, what's going on? Welcome in. First or last says, crypto is trash. I've been telling you all. I mean, it's not though, is it? Let's all be just dead honest, all right? Let's all be dead honest. Fiat is trash. Top of my soul bag up today. Nice, good idea. Like it. Ahoy, 2-bit. What's going on, Fairground? Good to see you, man. Jake, KC, welcome in. Okay, good. I appreciate y'all tuning in as always. Like I said, don't forget, smash up the all-time high button and to the like and whatever it is. Sentiment can change quick. Yeah, 100%. Of course it can. Of course it can. Right. Let's get into a little bit as to what's going on, and then we'll sort of dive into, I guess, kind of what is happening. What's going on, Vern? Welcome in. And appreciate you guys. Okay. So here is the bad news story, right? Here it is. This old candle. This is the 12-hour candle, by the way, as you can see here on BTC. Significantly dumping. So much so, by the way, is that you can't even pull CoinGlass up because the actual whole website's gone down, which is kind of wild to think about. But never fear, because I have all the information that we need somewhere around here. Here it is. Okay, so we can sort of break that down. But again, here it is. This is the old correctionino, right? The big market dump and liquidations like you wouldn't believe. The timing of it is something we'll discuss, and we'll discuss exactly what's happened. But fundamentally, what happened? This happened, okay? So the reality is, you know, there is an argument, and again, I sit very much firmly on the fence here. I don't want to go into the politics of anything. There is a debate that, well, maybe people should have been celebrating the fact that Donald Trump would have won the Nobel Peace Prize. No one can sort of suggest the whole Gaza-Israel thing isn't a good news story, because it is. But what we got was almost like, and this is where you're going to need your tinfoil hats, by the way. You almost get this deliberate crashing of the market. And it is global markets as well. You know what I mean? You've seen it in the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, crypto assets, everything else, right? Even if you go down to the safe haven of the 30-year Treasury, dumped nearly 2% today. Pretty wild. 10-year Treasury down 2%. So this is an entire market correction. Now, this is good news, all right? It's a very slim bit of good news, but this is the good news of it, okay? So the fact of the matter is that, you know, he decided, and we're going to talk about why and what the implications of, I guess, what he discussed was, but ultimately a broader market dump, okay? I think it's fair to say, and a pretty painful one at that. Now, here's some of the things to think about what came on the back of it. We'll go into the 15-minute chart here, because this will give you some context as to sort of where it is, because so many people are like, oh, Trump dumped the market. The reality is that we've actually seen further dumping of the market later on. So yes, he is a catalyst behind it, but he's not the fundamental reason why. He started the push down, okay? And we've talked about this a number of times. What you got was a market that was very bullish on $130,000. You got a market that was very optimistic about brand new all-time highs. You got some of the biggest ETF inflows we've seen in the history of ETF inflows. So you've got this market that's very much optimistic of where it's going to go. It's very bullish on where it's going to go. And then you sort of then get this, which is what we got, which is market-wide selling off. Everyone like totally shit in the bed. And then everyone, you know, deciding to then whinge on the back of it and be like, oh, well, you know, it's just a disaster. But it's important to think about. Some of this stuff is important to think about. And we'll sort of discuss that in just a minute. So the reality is that I guess we have to understand why. What was the rationale, or what was the reason that we got this significant decline? I think it's probably worthwhile discussing that in a little bit more detail. And ultimately then trying to sort of understand exactly where we're going to go next, I think is worthwhile sort of discussing. So yes, we've seen a pretty painful market correction. What's really frustrating, or where I'm at a little bit, is this move on the US Open was really solid. And actually the overall macro move on the market was really good today. I generally thought we were probably going to see a little bit of an upside move, which you start to play into a little bit of a, okay, well, the market was setting up, in my opinion, look at this. So from Friday morning, so here is the Asian markets open. So we've got a little bit of a move into Asian markets. By the way, if you're not a member of our Discord and you want to grab access to that, this was something we actually put out in our trade alert signals last night where we sort of talked about it. And we said if BTC closes below 120, price could retest towards 118 and potentially even the deeper correction to the 116, which would be the 100 moving average, which again, we've sort of got somewhere near, by the way. All of the above for the EU and the US market opens will be the big driver today. So these were the two catalysts we were looking at. But overall, the market actually felt pretty optimistic because we sort of opened up in the EU. And then obviously we opened up into the US. This was a pretty nice move for the overall market. So here's where the first tinfoil hat moment is, right? This is a really good sign. This was a really bullish sign. Market's optimistically looking for further, upside momentum. But then we did obviously get the big announcement of the day, which was this. Okay, this is what we'll talk about in just a minute, but this is basically what started the whole correction in the market, and then obviously then the whole market fell like a house of cards. Now you could argue and say maybe we were over leveraged. Maybe there was an argument to say that we were probably way overpriced at 116.9. This is giving you live updates, by the way, in terms of the quarterly returns. So we're still 2.5% for the month of October. So although it feels awful right now, just by the way, if you're interested in getting those trade alerts and calls, by the way, become a channel member here on YouTube. You get instant access to our premium Discord server, as well as all the coins that we launch as well. All the coins that are launching. Sorry, not that we launch. So yeah, equally, we talked about this green box here and jumping ahead. And I said there, the 30-minute chart gives you an idea of how important the green box has become. Watch for the breaks to the upside or down if we get some momentum out of the Asia Open. And again, you can see exactly what that happened. So just FYI, if you want to get those sort of calls every single day or at least every couple of days, then become a channel member, you get access to it for free. All right, worthwhile. Okay. So the reality then is that we got this capitulation and we got this event that come down. However, if you zoom out, and I hate this statement, by the way, but if you zoom out, everything's kind of all right. I know people don't feel like it. I know that people have way bought this top and people are getting absolutely kind of wrecked at this minute in time. But, a real deep correction could even be 111,300. Now, I don't think we come down there. We're actually holding on the 50 EMA pretty well, actually, which is good news if you ask me, by the way. Make sure you have stop losses, find the bottom to buy the dip. I mean, that's true. I mean, I did short this market from like, say, 118.6 or something like that. Turned out to be a nice little earner, 30x short on BTC with about 6K margin. So it actually turned out pretty good. I closed that short though now. I closed it like 116.7 or something like that. I think it was a pretty nice short. But anyway, we are at a key level here, the 50-day EMA, which is the blue line going across the bottom here. So this obviously should be out. So let's talk a little bit more then. I'm not going to go for all the coins. You can see what the market's doing, by the way. Look at this, USDC and USDT dominance skyrocketing, okay, as people move out of trades and they deliberately try and get into stablecoin. What that tells you though, hi TikTok, what that tells you, by the way, is that people haven't exited the market. People haven't gone into cash on this move. People have gone into stablecoins. In my opinion, ride the volatility out, look for that entry, which is exactly what we're going to do as well, or certainly what I'm going to be doing. Look out for those trade calls in the premium group ASAP. So with all this stuff going through, let's talk exactly what happened, because a lot of people have kind of said, oh, it's Trump's fault. Trump's dumped the market, right? Trump's decided that today he got out of bed and he chose war. To a degree. I mean, that's probably not the least appropriate choice. Dave, what's going on? Thanks for the heart me's. He chose to go ahead and battle China. Now, China are an innocent party in this, by the way, and it's worth noting that many people have put this onus on Trump and said, well, he's been a complete chopper, but it's actually not that obvious and certainly is not as straightforward. Anyway, so the S&P, the S&P folded 70 points seconds after this was put out, by the way. And I don't know if anyone's read it, by the way, and I'll kind of try and paraphrase it because it's probably not worth going through word for word. However, this is what it says. Some strange things are happening in China. They are becoming very hostile and sending letters to countries throughout the world that they want to impose export controls on each and every element of production having to do with rare earth and virtually anything else they can think of, even if it's not manufactured in China. Nobody's even seen anything like this, but essentially it would clog the markets and make life difficult for virtually every country in the world, especially for China. So what the kind of opening statement here that Trump's saying is, China's trying to push a bit of a narrative. They're basically in a world of consumer spending is down a little bit. You know, China isn't probably getting as much as it should do. And now they're holding the world to ransom. The problem here is that you've got two very different narratives. You've got a narrative that's true and a narrative that's slightly bending the truth to a degree. I don't believe, and again, you guys can quote me here and you can give your opinion, but I don't believe we've talked about China in a positive trade light for the last 6 to 12 months, even since Trump came into office. Now, I know that he'll say we're working really hard with China and we delayed the tariffs and we've never really heard on the Chinese side of things that they go, we're working really hard with the US, everything's great, we've got this fantastic trade relationship. If you look at the difference between the Middle East as an example, where you've got specific relationships being built with people like Qatar and the US, etc., China doesn't feel like that. I've been proven right, okay? So this was a really important statement from Trump. I have been proven right. There is no way that China should be allowed to hold the world captive, but that seems to have been the plan for quite some time. But there's only, Bits plays, what's going on, buddy? There's only really Trump that believes this. And this is where I think it plays out to be very, very different. But it seems to have been their plan for all, like magnets and other elements that they have quietly amassed into somewhat of a monopoly position, a rather sinister and hostile move to say the least. But the US has monopoly positions also much stronger and more far-reaching than China. Now, this just kind of feels a little bit like it's a, let's just see who has got the biggest socks, therefore the biggest shoes, and then we can decide who sort of owns the battle on this. I've not just chosen to use them. There was never a reason for me to do so until now. The letter they sent is many pages long and details the great, specifically each and every element that they want to withhold from the nation's things that were routine are no longer routine. I've not spoken to President Xi because there was no reason to do so. Bear in mind, he's meant to be meeting him and he's meant to be talking through some of this trade deal. And more importantly than what that looks like, the Chinese letters were essentially inappropriate on this day that after 3,000 years of bedlam and fighting, there is peace in the Middle East. So it's going to be like, okay, yeah, let's get that involved. I wonder if the timing was coincidental, depending on what China says about the hostile order that they have placed on us. It will be forced as the President of the United States of America to financially counter their move for every element that they have been able to monopolize. We have two. I never thought it would come to this, but perhaps with all the things, it's time. Ultimately, though, potentially painful, it will be for a very good thing in the end for the US. One of the policies we are calculating in the minute is a massive increase of tariffs on Chinese product coming to the United States. Everyone just went, oh, fuck, sell everything, sell everything. It was just like, by the time you got to that point, everyone went, ah, shit, get rid of everything. And that was the crux or the straw that brought the camel back. Now, here's what you ask yourself. Based on what? This is the bit where I think people just kind of totally freak out and lose their mind. By the way, we've got nearly 70 people in the live stream right now on TikTok, on YouTube, and only 22 likes. Hit the like button for me, please. That'll be great news. What did I miss? Did I miss why the market's going down? Is it liquidations or is it manipulation? Craig, I'm just going through it right now. So yeah, why is will it be financial going back to point two? So quickly does Trump know something big? Well, that's the next start of the live stream, but let's just finish this a little bit off. So again, you are almost in a world where you are taking the word of Trump that China is deliberately trying to take over the world and they are going to restrict rare earth metals being delivered, all the rest of it. Okay, you got to kind of go, is this a new development or has this been the same? I don't think it's a new development, by the way. This kind of gives you a bit of a timeline. This is exactly what's going on. S&P 500 trades at a record high. This was obviously very bullish. As of 10:57, President Trump posts statement on massive China tariff increase and cancels the meeting with President Xi. That obviously then caused an absolute dump in the market. Now, if you looked at it on the charts, this is exactly what played out. Two fucking giant red candles coming in. Dip buyers attempt to step in, and the S&P then raises $1.2 trillion in 40 minutes. Probably one of the biggest and craziest, things we've had for a while, right? Just absolute chaos as the market just wipes out leverage and absolutely wipes everything else out. Now, while all of this is going on, and this is what you've got to understand, yes, Trump's kind of dumped the market a little bit, right? He's dumped the market. There's kind of other things that have been going on as well, which you sort of then may say, well, this isn't good either, but no one else is freaking talking about it. The US Senate is proposing a major crackdown on DeFi, so treasuries could blacklist high-risk DeFi, enforce KYC on front ends, and strip dev protections. This was not something that anyone's discussed. Obviously, we're trying to get the government back open, which is kind of interesting as well, that they would try and pass this and try and get this through. But this isn't all, right? This isn't all, and this is kind of where it gets crazy, and we'll talk about it in just a minute. You also then got this. In a rare exception, the US Labor Department will publish the statement the September CPI report on October 24th, even during a government shutdown. This is unheard of, right? Unheard of. This will be published just 5 days prior to the highly anticipated October Fed meeting. Okay. So let's try and understand what the fuck's going on at the minute, because it's all a little bit crazy and none of it really makes that much sense, if you ask me. So Trump announces that he may put tariffs on China because basically China's trying to take over the world and that no one actually knows they're trying to take over the world. He cancels a meeting with President Xi, while at the same time, the US Labor Day is going to be expedited through a government shutdown and released. Now, you could argue and say, well, I think that data is going to be fucking great. And call me a pessimist, call me what you want. I think that data that's going to come in from the jobs market on the 24th is going to be fucking fantastic, right? I think it's going to be the best jobs data you've seen this year. That's my opinion, right? I could be wrong, but they are deliberately going to push that through, which we've never, ever seen before, right? We've never, ever seen before. We then go into FOMC on the back of it. So the reality is that, again, Master Builder here giving us a really interesting view of kind of how it plays out. It's a psychological chess piece in a game of rate manipulation. Think about it. Trump still wants rate cuts to come down. He still wants interest rates to come down. He's got to pay off a fucking massive debt that he can't default on. He can't at all default on it, right? Now, again, this coincides with the fact that they are deliberately laying off Democrat-funded initiatives coming out of the president, the White House as well. So this isn't transparency, it's narrative engineering. Watch the market shake, watch the headlines scramble, and watch the Fed pretend it's all data driven. But the real ones know this was deliberate, and October 24th isn't just a CPI day, it's a trigger. This then plays into your thoughts on why would World Liberty Financial actually start to accumulate? Why would Asta start to go up? Why would some of these other coins start to hold up pretty well? Watch. World Liberty Financial, okay? Look at this dip that's been eaten alive right now on World Liberty Financial. Look at it. It's crazy. People are absolutely stacking their bags when it comes to this. Now, I mean, I haven't bought anything at the minute. Like I said, I was just trading the short, to be honest, but I think this could all start to play out. So then you get into this kind of whole narrative of like, well, the Trump agenda strikes again. And I think this is kind of where you have to separate emotions, because at the minute, so many people will be looking at it. And even I looked at these dumps when they came in. And I was just like, for fuck's sake, like, why are these dumps coming in? And then when you realize the game we choose to play isn't fair, it's rigged. And unfortunately, we will never be in a place where we will be the guardians or the custodians of the upper echelons of this game. All we do is get to feed off the bottom of it. But then when you look at the bullishness of what's coming, it's hard to believe, yet again, this is going to be the downside move. Again, 2.36% so far. Quarter four is playing out pretty favorably for BTC as well. So accumulation is definitely in the right place. I was trying to get some of the data for ETFs, but I can't get it because everything's down, which is kind of annoying. Now, there's a little bit of data here. Again, not crazy data, but it sort of tells a little bit as to what's going on. Total volume today, $8.63 billion when it comes to ETF volume. And again, worthwhile noting on that one, by the way. You also got significant inflows into Bitcoin treasury companies. Surprise, surprise, as that one plays through, and an increase in some of the metrics that sit within this USD ETF product, which I think is worthwhile noting as well. So there's lots of stuff going on here. All the macro right now is screaming market's still bullish. Yeah, we probably could have done with holding some key support levels. I think we're holding this 116 is actually a pretty good news story. I think holding this was critical because this is a key level that we've, again, seen before. The macro, though, is still very bullish, right? It's still very, very bullish. And if anything, and again, you've got to understand why today of all days did Trump come out and say it? Well, we're going into a weekend. Weekends tend to be pretty quiet. It's a bit like, okay, what else does this then give us? Well, it's going to give us a pretty, or potentially a pretty big CME gap coming out of the weekend as well. So again, this for me plays into that narrative of, you know, it's pretty deliberate as to kind of where this market's going to come back in. Bitcoin futures, this is exactly what you look on the screen here, by the way, remains high and sharp price swings, trigger leverage resets and wipe out positions on both sides. There is still very much an optimism around trading these markets, and in particular, trading the upside potential of these markets. I think what will be really interesting will be, as we can get access to some of this data that's going to come through, what this looks like going into a new week. What does open interest look like? How much leverage did actually fundamentally get wiped out? Bear in mind, you saw $1.2 trillion get wiped out of the S&P 500. I'd argue you're probably not going to see anything like it coming out of leverage positions based on this data that we've got. So this only means to me that next week you start to, you know, potentially look to grab hold of some more long positions. Why is that going to be different? Well, you're going into some pretty important data reads. You're going to be going to CPI, where now we know that's going to push through. Labor data is going to push through. And then we go into the actual Fed decision. So you're going to get into a Fed decision where expectation is they're going to lower rates. They may, and I talked about this the other night, by the way, they may even hold rates, which this could be a element of pricing that in, because if there are tariffs, what are the one thing that the Fed's been able to leverage against in terms of managing inflation? It's tariffs. So you could get a flat, in fact, let's take a quick look at that. You could get a flat rate decision in October, which would be pretty tasty. So we're still looking very optimistic for a rate cut, but if we were to come in at a flat rate cut, this could be why the market's priced in with such an aggressive decline. And then, you know, we could see maybe just get 2 rate cuts by the end of the year. I think we're going to have to see a pretty interesting bit of data. I actually think that labor data is going to come in crazy. I just think it will. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm not usually. So again, we'll see where that all sort of filters through. But you can't deny it's a pretty painful day in the markets. I don't have anything else. Oh dear. Markets, financial markets are crypto. But yeah, Martin Nelson, you're absolutely right. The markets are absolutely wrecked. Things need to come back. I think they will, by the way. The Naked Mike, I think they will. And I think when you look at the setup and you look at where we are, if we'd have like proper, I know this is a pretty big dump, by the way. It's still only, what, 3.97%. Okay, we've seen way worse before. Way worse, right? The fact that it came down and hit this level here is probably pretty good news and held. Now, what we don't want to see is Asia come in, or certainly the Asian markets. Obviously, I know they're not the stock market's not open, but, you know, generally speaking, just Asia comes up and decides they're going to liquidate loads of their positions as well. That's probably not what we don't want to see. But I think what's crazy is you can't get any data up. Like the whole like on-chain stuff is just knackered. Like, why can't I bring any of this data up? It's wild. Absolutely wild. Okay. Maybe I can bring it here a second. Excuse me, 1 second. I'm just trying to get a bit more of the ETF markets, because I think that's going to be pretty interesting. Here we go, ETF markets. Okay, right, good. It's going to be a super busy slide or a super busy screen, but it kind of gives us what we want to see, really. So we did see total net volume is $197 million to the good when it comes to ETFs, with BlackRock buying more Bitcoin, 2,100 BTC, 65 billion, the total cumulative net flow over the course. So again, you see an increase net flow wise into some of these ETFs. We saw 45 million come out of Grayscale, no surprise, 255 going into BlackRock. So ETFs once again did actually buy to the sum of around $200 million. So there is still demand on there, which I think is important to reference. And I know people are probably freaking out about this, but this tells us that there is still demand for the crypto market, and equally demand here for the treasury company market. So you saw a couple of acquisitions, nothing crazy. I think this is kind of the last the last week data as of like the back end of September, really. But again, more purchasing power coming in for BTC on these treasury companies as well. So I think what's going to be really interesting with this is how next week plays out, how the market's open, what is the kind of demand for this. But if you were to put me on the spot and say, okay, Tubit, give us your 411 prediction on this, I think this is a very deliberate push down in the market. I think it's a very coordinated, manipulative dump in the market. And this time, not by Binance. I 100% think this is a Donald Trump manipulation thing. The only thing I can't work out right now is why. That's the bit I can't work out why. But I'm curious about your thoughts. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. As always, if you're on TikTok as well, drop a comment, let me know. I will try and get to as many questions as I can. As always, don't forget to hit the screen, tap the like button, all of that good stuff. That'd be great. maybe it's easy just to buy and hold for 10 years and not check your portfolio. 100%. It's Black Friday. I mean, yeah, it's definitely something. What's going on? Chisnar, is it Chizar? Sorry, I probably absolutely butchered that. Apologies. I'm not worried about this year. Next year is the one to watch. Well, you sort of then allow yourself to talk about 2026, definitely. Do you think we're getting an alt season because the retail isn't here? Yeah, I mean, we've been well into the alt season. I think, for every little dip, if we just go, well, alt season's not here, then, is the bull run over? Is the bull run started? That's the question, isn't it? Trump is talk, 10 p.m., hold onto your rate cuts. Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting. We need to bring that up, actually. We need to make sure we've got that. We might stay live for that speech. That probably is not a bad idea. That's totally not a bad idea. Is he speaking? Hold on a minute. I got this. Okay, no, he's not. Okay, so I've got it here on the screen, so we'll bring it up when we need to. We'll bring this up when we need to, and we'll be curious as to what comes on the back of it. Maybe, maybe we sort of get a bit more good news on the back of it. Maybe we don't. I think, based on this is probably what's going to talk about. I think it will be interesting to see where this goes. And yeah, let's hope we don't see continuations of dumps in the market. Just a little bit of good news, by the way. 10 major banks, including Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, make joint crypto move. Bullish. All right, happy days. Well, given all the doomsters, that actually banks are still starting to position themselves in the market, which is good. They probably have long set now. I mean, they could do. I would show you the data, but I can't get the data up, which is like super annoying. I'll try and bring it up on here. Let's stay a little bit closer to the BTC price. Probably worth it here and see whether we do get this bounce off this lower range or start to come in. I mean, that is almost an insane. It's a crazy, insane cryptic chart, to be honest. Thoughts on crypto tax planning? Does your accountant specialize in crypto? My accountant does not specialize in cryptocurrency. I've said this before. I'm currently just trying to work on getting someone to come and talk about it on the Discord. My view is I will be off all centralized exchanges come January the 1st with my accounts closed down, and that I will be trading in DeFi entirely. Now, no surprise, we talked about here, didn't we? We talked about the fact you've got Senate Democrats and certain elements of the US government trying to push through legislation that stops or that's going to be a real challenge when it comes to DeFi. So again, worthwhile just being aware of what that comes through. But yeah, we'll have some full analysis and breakdown as to how you can best position yourself, I think is the fairest sentiment to make, as opposed to anything else, when you need to for these markets coming in. Because, yeah, it is important, as always, by the way, pay taxes. I'm not saying you should avoid paying taxes. You just don't want to be paying unrealized gains because that just is not fair. But yeah. Good. Okay, let's talk a little bit about anything you guys want. I just want to try and get some of this data up that could just give us a bit more of an indication as to what's going on, but it's very, very challenging to find the data that I want. I'm assuming that it's all running off APIs that are just knackered with everything going crazy. You are saying 75k by when, Cool Cat? Cool Cat, you're out of control. What the hell? Just give me what I need. ETF held. ETF flows bust dynamic pricing. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. I mean, one day change bitwise. iShares, 0.4% up on the day. So we definitely saw inflows into ETFs today. Definitely saw inflows into ETFs, which again is, I guess, pretty bullish, even though the market's been correcting. And by the way, it corrected like while the US market was open. So I don't necessarily think that's a bad news story. It just doesn't feel particularly great, that's all. But, if we get this bounce 116, I mean, it's pretty much nailed on to what we kind of sort of talked about before. But yeah, Michael Saylor says there are no tariffs on Bitcoin. Just guess. The price disagrees. I mean, that's true. That's true. Yeah. as I said, I don't think Trump meant any of this. I think he's just dealing with the backlash of everything he's been doing. I mean, what you've got is a very unnerving market, haven't you? So you've got, this is the thing you've got to understand here, that you've just got a really skittish market. But I think what's positive, and we talked about this yesterday, if you remember, gold is bouncing back, which we kind of don't want to see gold bouncing back, to be honest. But anyway, you saw oil come down, albeit is sort of wicking back up. You know, Trump said he was going to bring the price of oil down with the deal in Iran. And then it's all of a sudden, it's just like, right, Trump politically has positioned himself pretty well. He's got allies now in the Middle East, which he's not got. He's brokered essentially a peace deal between Israel and Hamas, which is kind of good news. So Trump's kind of going for the slam dunk, I think, here. He realizes that he holds a lot of the cards and he could really impact China. Like, you know what Trump's about? Like, you know, he's not, as much as he portrays the fact that he's all like, oh, I'm the president of peace and I'm all about, you know, geopolitically good news stories. Man, if he can go and get one over on President Xi and just strike the deal at the last minute, he's going to do it. Like, of course he's going to do it. And I think I'm not comparing the debates with him and China than I am with him and Iran, by the way. But, you know, Iran showed that he was prepared to kind of go to the, you know, the extremes. Ondo, Ada, or Will There Be Financial? Man, I mean, Will There Be Financial feels like a steal at negative 10%. But Ondo, I'm still pretty optimistic about. Where's Ondo at right now? 83 cents. I mean, I have some capital to deploy. Again, fortunately off that short trade that I did. So maybe I'll go into something. I don't know what. I mean, Will It Be Financial does feel like that might be a good idea. I guess you want to wait and see till Trump speaks. He could come out with some sort of crazy shit, by the way, like when he does speak. But I've got it up here. We'll kind of keep an eye on what's going on with it. And hopefully that'll give us a bit more of an insight as to maybe what to expect in this market, or I guess if there's any more pain to come. Hopefully there isn't, but you never know. You never know. Dillinger Dave's in the building. What's going on, Dillinger? What's going on? He does Ada's Chainlink and Polkadot taxes. He does Ada. What? What do you mean? Send me a message. He does Ada, Chainlink, and Polkadot taxes. Why does he not do all altcoin taxes? It doesn't make any sense. Send me a message on X. You can find me. It's at 2bitcrypto_YT, or find me on Telegram as well. Send me a message. We can maybe work something out. JD, what's going on, pal? Welcome in. Don't forget, keep tapping that screen, by the way, if you're here on TikTok. We appreciate you guys. Nearly 10,000 likes. Always appreciate you all. Bullish on every single person joining the live stream right now. If you have just joined, by the way, the markets took an absolute dumperino today. Big old dumperino. Doesn't mean at the end of the world. Markets rallying or attempting to rally back. We're not going to see 122,000, but we might see a little bit more optimism. President Trump due to speak in 30 minutes. We're going to try and catch that and see what that's all about. So we'll see. How far are we short in XRP? Well, I closed my short on BTC and I probably would have said, well, XRP looks like the low was 263. If we get some sort of craziness on, maybe we should do a bingo card. If we get Trump coming out and saying that China's been doing this, China's been doing that, blah, 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 blah. We're going into, not war, but you know what I mean? We're going into a digital war with China. Then you might start to get a bit more pain as to where that comes in. But I mean, you've had a bounce of 263, 250 feels a little bit optimistic if I'm dead honest. You're sort of talking levels that we've not seen for months and months and months and months and months. So whether you get to 250, I'm not sure because, man, I mean, yeah, you're way back in like July for 250. So I think 263 may have been the bottom, depending on what happens broader markets wise. But, you know, since we went live, baby, here's the 9 o'clock move for the cryptocurrency market. Thanks to the 2-Bit Crypto channel. Just saying. To be fair, 2-Bit, I was late in and you probably already said it, but you called the dump yesterday. Well, we said that there was definitely some concerns in the market for sure. We definitely said there was some concerns. We looked for some key points, and if we didn't get them, then yeah, everyone positive energy for 250. No, we want the price to go up. By the way, just FYI, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Likewise for you guys on TikTok. If you go ahead and go over to my X profile, which is at 2bitcrypto_YT, I'm currently doing a giveaway with Grippy. You can bag yourself $50. Simply go over there, look for the pinned comment. 3 winners grabbing $50 worth of Grippy. We're going to be announcing that on Tuesday, I think it is. Can't remember. But heading over there, do what you need to do on there. You can see at the pinned comment at the top. And if you are interested, then you can go grab yourself some Grippy. Worthwhile. All right. DeFi project we called on the charts, called in the premium Discord, and did about a 9x, I think. So if you are interested in that, by the way, become a channel member and subscribe here on TikTok. We'd appreciate you guys. Okay, we're staying live for any news that comes out of Trumparino. What data did we get today? Did we get any data, by the way? I'm just curious. Let's take a look. ETH just... I swapped my algo for World Limit Financial. Ooh, Andy, baby, I love it. Love it, man. It's a great power play. I'm feeling that, by the way. I am feeling the World Limit Financial, by the way. I mean, I might be tempted. Look how aggressive that dump is, by the way. That's proper manipulation. Yeah. Anyway, I'm down for it. Trump to make an announcement at 5 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, Tyler, we've got it. There's some other random guy talking at a minute. So we will bring that live on the show here. So if you are interested in listening in to what Trump's got to say, I will live stream that here on the channel. And likewise, I'll live stream for you guys as well. XPL thoughts. Did we talk about this yesterday? I don't really have a lot of thoughts on XPL, to be honest. I don't really know too much about it. I feel like we've discussed it a number of times here on the channel, though. So, yeah. What was happening this time last year? We didn't properly pump until the end of October, did we? I mean, yeah, look, this is one of those things, isn't it, where it's just bad timing, in my opinion. Thoughts on AVAX at the current price? I think it's pretty cheap at the current price, and I still want to see a 3-figure AVAX, and I still think we probably will get one as well, by the way. So we did get Jerome Powell spoke yesterday. What did we get today? So we didn't get much today, in fairness. Consumer expectation came in on consensus, which, again, the data's screwed, isn't it? To be honest. So you're into next week. Bowman speaks on Tuesday. That could be pretty interesting, actually. And Fed Chair Powell speaks again on Tuesday. I don't know what it's going to be like. And then bang, we're into Wednesday, which could be pretty interesting. And then we're into Thursday. We're into Thursday, the 15th for CPI data. It's going to be crazy. With at the minute, no expectations on it. We don't have any data to go. But we do. Oh, no, we don't. Core PPI, sorry. So their forecast, holy shit, their forecast on PPI month-over-month is 0.5. The consensus is 0.3. That could be pretty bullish, actually, if that comes in. But 0.5, fucking hell. Core PPI year-over-year, 2.9 is forecast. So that would be up another 0.1, which probably not great. Probably not great, actually. So, yeah, the very early signs, and they are super early, by the way, would be that you are going to see some pretty hot reports coming in the next week, which, again, could be another reason why we're sort of seeing this, I guess, this pushing the market or this push down in the market. So, yeah. I bought some World Limit Financial the other day, and then it dumps even lower. Yeah, Casey, that's always going to be the challenge sometimes. That's why it's always worthwhile laddering in, laddering out. If you got, $1,000 to put it in 4 statements rather than not. And again, this is why we talk about always having a bit of capital on the side, because you never know when you might need it. Yeah, John, they pushed alt season back till the 1st of April, maybe. I get that, mate, but it's similar sometimes. I just remember it properly moving later than expected. I'm not saying this time of year is different, but yeah. Alvin's calling the bottom at 85k. Where do people get these like super crazy low end 85k? Here's my... By the way, I'm not hating you, by the way, because everyone's entitled to opinion. My view is if BTC retraced to 85k, the bull market's over and you might as well pack your bags and go home. That's my opinion, by the way. And I think anything lower than 100k is going to be a pretty challenge. Here would be my prediction, where right now, an invalidation of this support line, basically, in my opinion, would tell us the market's donezo and we need to pack our bags and get set, because this is the bottom of the bear market. Back in 2022, where you would argue the start of the bull run has made, look at the support that we've seen on every single time as this goes up. This support line has been a critical support line. You can see this as well. TikTok is important. Even recently, we saw that. This is therefore very, very critical. You could argue right now, becomes the most important line. If we break this line, which is a way to go yet, by the way, it's like 112,000, I think. If we break this line here on the daily, then I would be really uncomfortable, and I would say that the market, or potentially even the bull market, is kind of over, and that would be bad news. Now, there was certain things that would have to happen in order for us to get to that point, but yeah, the reality is you got to be careful, and I think, people saying, I saw someone say 72k, you're like, if BTC goes 72k, that's the end of it. That's the end of it. Shay, what's going on? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Stuck between wanting to add to the bag or just sitting out. I would just wait right now. Connor, I'd just sit, chill, see what happens. Trump speaks in 25 minutes. We'll listen to what he's got to say. I would just wait and see. I don't think there's any rush. I don't think, BTC's not going to pump to 150k tonight. It's not. So I think you can wait and see. You can sit tight and see what happens. And I think that's that. I mean, I've got capital to deploy in the market. I'm just going to wait and see what's happened. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. I've had enough going to rotate onto the stock market. Andrew, the stock market got smashed to oblivion today. What are you talking about? The S&P 500 was down 2.6%. Got like, look at it. Look, that's the S&P 500 for God's sake. Back to where we were early September. NASDAQ 2.7. The stock market got obliterated, like obliterated. You could say, well, I'm going to gold. That's probably not a bad shout, but that's why you're seeing rallies in gold. So, but yeah, I mean, that's just life, innit? But you gotta make your own calls. But I mean, holy crap. I don't know if I'd be going into the stock market right now. Just my opinion, by the way. Why is the market bleeding so bad in crypto? Because Trump dumped it. Well, I'm going to stop saying Trump dumped the market. Trump announced a new war of the words with China, basically. So everyone was under this sort of idea that China and the US relations were pretty good. Scott Bessent had brokered loads of deals. Everything was fine. Really, though, when you sort of break it down, I don't think any of us were super bullish on that statement. I don't think so anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe everyone was like, oh my God, yeah, what are you talking about? I was like super crazy bullish on the China-US deals. Wasn't really ever like a big thing. It's not like you could argue, say, US-UK partnership or something like that. Do you know what I mean? It's not that kind of thing. And then I think what that's now done is unwind nervousness in terms of tariffs coming back. But anyway, we haven't spoken about tariffs for about 3 months. And then obviously everyone's just gone, yep, this is bad news. You're going to get US and China going at it again in terms of a trade war. And that's, people don't want trade wars. No one wins in a trade war. That's the problem. No one wins in a trade war. What is it? The mayor of crypto. Thank you so much, man, for the heart, mate. I appreciate that. Thoughts on ETH? I mean, after yesterday, who was it asked me yesterday? Do you think ETH retraced to 4,000? I was like, absolutely not. I mean, I didn't expect a fucking tariff thing today. I've got to be honest. ETH, look, as much as ETH dumping, by the way, and again, I'll bring the chart up here. Look, so ETH is dumping on a pretty bad day. I think as long as we don't break 3878, then I think we're fine. Which we talked about yesterday, didn't we? But yeah, the fact that I was like, oh, ETH's never getting to 4,000 and it's fucking wicked below 4,000 today just says that it's like Jumanji, isn't it? You got to be careful what you say. But I'm still pretty bullish on ETH. I think ETH's going to do very well. We saw record-breaking numbers of Ethereum staked, by the way, the other day. Although there is a big queue for people to unlock their Ethereum from the staking pools, we actually did get a pretty substantial amount locked back up again. So I think, I'm still pretty optimistic where ETH's going to go. But yeah, I just thought it was hilarious when I saw it and I was like, oh my God, ETH's dumping as well. I can't believe it's going to hit 4,000. That's insane. But you could look at some of the altcoins and you could decide a couple of these out there, probably still a pretty good steal. Sui 325 could give you an opportunity to get in. That could be a good mover pretty soon. Now, the market's bad when Zebek dumps at the same time as that. Near Protocol actually had a good run today. Actually was looking bullish at around 320. Did get an absolute demolishment on the back of it though. Aethia, I touched on this yesterday a little bit. That turned green for the day. Asta 179, gone green as well. So that's kind of good news on both of those. And Zcash continues to just print, which is insane. But anyway, Zcash being Zcash, I guess. Ranch goes well as Ranch does not go well on. Hey, Alvin, let me ask you a question. Do you know what a toasted tea cake is? Let me know if you know what a toasted tea cake is. Weird that Astra is going back up, not complaining about a strange. Well, it's going back up because don't forget, people are going to be trading it. So people are going to be trading on Asta and then, using that. So I'm still pretty bullish on Asta, by the way. I think it's going to be fine. What's your opinion about XRP? Yeah, still pretty bullish on XRP. Although I feel like sentiment is definitely cooling off when it comes to XRP. And I feel like I get a sense of that from kind of YouTube videos and stuff. But I think unless you sort of talk absolute bullshit about XRP, people are sort of starting to just be like, I'll prove it. Let's see. No, I don't know what that is. Tea cake, like Xmas cake. No. So fruit tea cakes. I'm just saying, I haven't really been eating a lot of bread, actually. I've been trying to cut down my bread intake, which is turned out to be a pretty good idea, actually, particularly if you want to like try and lose a bit of weight. But yeah, they're basically like a breaded product and you lash them with butter. Look at this, mate. I had one of these earlier. Oh, bro. Fruit tea cake. Come on, fruit tea cake. Love it. Zachary, what Zachary actually saying? Zach says, ETH is a very high potential. It's currently on a huge run and will skyrocket soon. Yeah, I think so as well. I think ETH's going to be fine. I think, and again, I think you'll see we could even see some pretty epic corporate treasury buying like next week on Ethereum. Maybe. Yeah, honestly, Alvin, they're great. Big fan of it. Cup of tea. Oh, that's literally what I had, by the way. A cup of tea and a toasted tea cake. Oh my God, what a world I live in. What a world I live in. People need to understand the absolute delight of that. Yeah, 100% with it. Yeah, 100%. Marshmallow tea cake. What the hell is that? Sounds crazy. Sounds crazy. Okay. Good. Right, so we're still waiting for Donald Trump. If you just joined the channel, by the way, just to give you a quick rundown of what happened in the market, Donald Trump and China have decided they're going to go at it again, potentially restarting a new trade war, which is not good news. There is a debate right now that China have been deliberately manipulating rare earth metals. I don't think it's as big as that, but look, we'll probably get a bit more data and certainly probably an opinion on it. This then is creates a massive correction in the market, 3.9% on BTC. Overall, by the way, we are now once again below 4 trillion in the overall market, 1.3 trillion with everything minus BTC and stablecoins. So you'd argue a pretty big move. Only gold sufficing to say that that is green on the day. Everything else getting wrecked. So if you are interested in keeping up to date with all the latest in the markets, by the way, do hit that subscribe button and don't forget to turn your notification bell to all. Make sure you click on it. It does then give you all the latest intel, info, and everything else when we post our latest content or go live here on YouTube as well, which we do 6 days a week. Likewise, if you're here on TikTok, by the way, don't forget the follow button. That way you, again, are notified when we do our live streams. And yeah, they're 6 days a week, so make sure you dialed in. It's worthwhile. We love a cup of tea and a biscuit here in Newfoundland. Ah, mate, it's epic. I literally live in a world of tea. Tea and biscuits. I mean, I don't eat biscuits as much now, but tea and tea cakes, I'm all for it. Then cross bun out of the cross. I mean, kind of. Hot cross buns have like a glaze on the top, though. These are just like bread, currants, butter. I mean... Come on, bro. You can't get much better than that, in my opinion. Can't get much better than that. A BITUNIX tea cake. Man, they're a Scottish thing, aren't they? Yeah, BITUNIX tea cake. A bit of marshmallow in the middle of it. They are pretty bullish. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how you could eat many of them, though. That's the problem. That is the problem. Okay. Is there anything else we sort of need to touch on a little bit? Let me just double check. I really want to see this data, but it's not telling me... It's not telling me what's going on, and it's really frustrating me because I want to just look at something else. Oh, God, that is so bright looking right now. That is so bright. How do I turn this down? Anyone know? Man, this is like the brightest screen I've ever seen in my entire life, and it is not letting me turn it down. Okay. Okay, I apologize if you are watching this in a dark room, by the way, but yeah, I mean, so this is what I was looking at. Bitcoin exchange balance was what I was curious about. Given, obviously, the fact that we're seeing this kind of sell-off in the market, is it actually down to the fact that people are dumping cryptocurrency into exchanges or not? And what's interesting, by the way, October 10th, Friday, we aren't actually seeing that much of a tick up in, we're actually not seeing a tick up in exchange volume. It's actually still continuing to tick down, which is pretty interesting if you ask me. So while BTC is holding up at, you know what, 117 or whatever it is, interesting enough, the actual number of BTC on exchanges continues to hold pretty steadfast, which kind of curious as that all, you know, that all kind of plays through. Marshmallows are the cheap ones. Donuts are the real ones. I don't even know what Donuts means. Donuts tea cakes. They sound crazy. You sometimes get coconut coated ones, man. Where have we gone? We're talking about biscuits. I love it. I love it. Yeah. All right. So much for October. XRPZ, what's going on, bro? We're still up, by the way. October's still in play. We're up about 2%. We're up about 2%, and I have every confidence. 3.75, you see. If Bitcoin finishes under the day of under 3%, you're like, do you know what? A couple of percent. That's fine. Can't beat a Jaffa cake. Well, a box of them. Go on, Craig. Not Craig, Rob. Go on, box of Jaffa cakes. My kids found Jaffa cakes for the first time ever. Fucking hell. They like want them every week now. It's insane. I tell you what would be worthwhile looking at, by the way, just in case the staking rewards have gone back up on Aerodrome. Let's have a look and see if they have. I don't know if they will have done or not, but I'm curious. Whenever markets sell off, generally they try and get you to put more money in, which is what they do with staking rewards. No, 5.8. Ah, come on, 5.8. Rubbish. Get out of here. Okay. Let's bring the 30-minute, let's bring the 15-minute chart up, actually. Let's just, I just want to see what's going on with BTC. And look, we could start to grind back up to the upside. This, again, is the point of going to the weekend. This will probably then leverage on what Trump's going to say. That's going to be the big thing, isn't it? Don't ignore it. Read it. Read it, everybody. You can't hear it. Diesel time, what the hell are you talking about? Read it. Do everybody can hear it? I don't know what I'm reading. I don't know what I'm reading. Jaffa Cakes, clues in the name. I mean, that's true. That is true. Man, the CoinGlass website is knackered at the minute. Absolutely knackered. I don't know. I just can't get any data up. Anyway, right. We'll stick with this at the minute. We'll see kind of where we go. Again, we are, you guys, TikTok, you can see it. Look, there's the Trump White House. We are keeping a close eye to what's going on. As soon as we get a steer, I will bring that up. And we can hear what he's going to say. I mean, he's going to obviously give a view about China, isn't he? I'm assuming, which may create even more nervousness in the market. This may be this may be time to short 200x leverage. Put the house on it. I'm kidding, by the way. Do not put the house on it. Is that true? Is that actually true? Tomato Pete. Just in, President Trump considers pardoning Binance founder CZ Fox Business Report. Really? Oh, what? What? That'd be wild. Valid point, Curtis, wrongly placed. What's Curtis said? Holmes, why are they in the biscuit aisle, not the cake aisle? Please tell me. It's a great question. Jaffa Cakes. I mean, they're a biscuit, though, aren't they? Let's just call it as it is. They're not. They're definitely not. Jaffa Cake's not a cake. I don't care what you say. It's not a cake. What are you talking about? Holmes, are cheddars, biscuits, or crisps? Biscuits! You guys are wild. What's going on, Gabby? Welcome in. Yeah, I mean, this would be pretty interesting, wouldn't it? Maybe he's gonna do that tonight. He just comes on. And my good friend, CZ. CZ, do you want to say a few words? I was going to do an accent then for CZ Binance and realised I'd probably get demonetized or banned. It's not Watch a Brew, Michael. It's not the Watch a Brew. I think that got closed down, didn't it? It's in the name, cheddar biscuits, Jaffa Cakes. Shut up, Craig. You could argue and say a Ford Cougar in a woman of a certain age, isn't it? It's a car. So names don't mean anything. Think about that. I still want to try crumpets and ranch. You still need to get your head checked out. That's my opinion anyway. Raisin T-buns. Holy crap, what's that? This one's great. Is a Twiglet... Is a Twiglet a crisp? No, it's not. It's a snack. Anyway, Tunnel Caramel Log, tell them, yeah, Tunnel Caramel Logs are eggs. I forgot Holmes is Scottish, actually. So yeah, Holmes is literally from the world of Tunnocks. I think the factory's up there, isn't it? Would you put ranch on crumpets or dip them in ranch? I wouldn't do anything with ranch dressing because I can't stand the stuff. Yeah, fairground. Get out of here. Okay. So, in terms, we haven't really got a lot we can sort of discuss on the price of BTC is sort of where we are right now. The sort of, I guess the pivot will be whether Trump comes in and talks about anything bullish or not. We probably just need to get this bit around the China deal. I guess that's what we need to understand. I haven't seen lots of talking about it, to be honest. I mean, outside of what we've heard or what we've allegedly heard, there doesn't seem to be any sort of craziness around it. There's been so what a day. There has never been and there will never be a more exciting time to be in the market than now. Anything can happen on a day amid the trade war, AI revolution, government shutdown, Fed rate cuts, and the list goes on. Embrace volatility. It's an opportunity. Probably not a bad shout. Would you eat haggis and beans? I do not know what you guys are talking about. Yeah, so there isn't really a lot there. I mean, the pain is unfortunately real though when you start to look at the stock market. I mean, look at that. Nvidia down 4.8% today. Holy crap. Google down 2, Apple down 3. So, you know, it's definitely a little bit of pain for sure. We just need to see what Trump's going to come out and say. There isn't a lot that's telling us that it's going to be good news, though. That's the only thing I would say. But we'll have to wait and see. Haggis and beans sounds good. Interesting. Bad haggis from the chip shop. Never had it, actually. I just find the fact that they batter everything a bit weird. Not gonna lie. So here's something a bit interesting. So rare earth stocks skyrocketing. President Trump's post about China attempting to impose rare earth controls. The market shifted between a Ukraine deal and China. One of President Trump's top strategic priorities is controlling rare earth. Currently, 70% of rare earth in the US come from China. That's obviously the kicker. Currently, 70 could one of President Trump's next equity stakes be a rare earth company? I mean, that'd be pretty wild, wouldn't it? That'd be pretty wild. BTC is selling off. Unfortunately, again, I don't know why. There's nothing coming out right now. This is just another push down in the market, which again tells you exactly what's going on right now. People are freaking out. Market makers. Oh, we haven't looked at market makers, actually. Let's take a look at that really quickly. Let's go and take a look at our favorite market maker, Mr. Winter Mutant, see what they're doing. I imagine they'll be just dumping billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency into exchange and everything else. I bet that's what's happening. Just now, look at some of these moves. Let's go 10 million. That's not 100 million. That's ridiculous. 10 million. 10 minutes ago, Wintermute, Binance Deposit, BTC, selling BTC. So they're dumping BTC again. Look at this. This is what you've got to be careful of. These are the real true shitheads of the market. So red obviously is them dumping it. Green is obviously them buying it. So you can see there, look, Binance Deposit, dumping Bitcoin, dumping Bitcoin, dumping Bitcoin, dumping USDC. Not that really makes a difference. Dumping Bitcoin into Kraken 37 minutes ago. So again, fair, aligns. We're on the 15-minute chart. So look at this. Started the wick here back at 9:30. So pretty much on the cards. And this is probably what we need to see and just make sure that, when this flips, this may be the moment to, I guess, I mean, you could even argue maybe the opportunity to go long. If we see this continuous dumping, then, the argument is that maybe they're bracing for a further push down. Maybe they're going to freak the markets out. Interesting bit. But yeah, look at some of that money. Look at some of that kind of craziness, by the way. Insane. I don't know why I've got that and I don't know why I've got that, but yeah, look at that. $16 million a minute ago. Binance Hot Wallet, Wintermute, buying a little bit. I mean, look at this market dumping again. I mean, this doesn't make any sense, does it? Pumpkin Pie and Ranch sounds crazy. Like the kids trying Bad Mars Bar last month and they loved it. Heart attack and a chocolate. But yeah, I mean, I can imagine. Yes, I'm going to stream the Trump. As long as he comes on like in a reasonable time, then yeah, I'll stream it. I've got it. It's here. Look, I've got the live feed here. Look. So as soon as we get him on, we'll bring it up and we'll listen in and we'll see what he says. We'll see what he says. I don't know what this guy's saying at the minute.
Much smaller, situation of the amount of people that would do something so horrific. It makes me think while you were speaking there, about the Bible. The enemy comes to kill, steal, and
nothing too crazy going on right now. So man, yeah, look at this further push down. Man, I should have closed that short. I should have kept that short open. Holy crap. Man, ETH down 10%. This market is fucking crazy. Like, what? I hate when it's like this, though. It's like when it's just uncontrollable. Oh, here we go. Breaking news, everybody. What a prick. Breaking news. Here you go. Get ready for pain. We're going to 112. President Trump is imposing 100% tariff on China starting November the 1st. Come on. There you go. Hold on to your arseholes, everybody. We're going to 112,000. Unfortunately, there you go. Markets are going to get absolutely obliterated. Yeah, there we go. It's never good when you start a tweet. There are some very strange things happening. I mean, that's true. Well, that's me liquidated. Yeah, they're going to liquidate fucking everything. ETH's 11%. Oh my God, it's painful. It's painful. That'll change. 100% it will. 100% it will. It's all a big scam. It's all a big scam. Right, okay, well, I mean, I don't know how we can make it any worse, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So yeah, 100% tariffs hitting China as of November the 1st. Fucking tariffs. I can't stand tariffs. The back. Oh, man. Yeah, ETH's getting absolutely annihilated right now. Yeah, I mean, look, the altcoin market's totally shitting a brick right now. Oh well, it is what it is. Life is built for opportunities and yeah, built for things. Hold on a minute, we've got Pam Bondi. What the frig's Pam Bondi on here?
Attacks against police officers, federal agents, including the deadly shooting in the ICE facility in Dallas. Night after night, Antifa wreaks havoc on our streets of our cities. In Minnesota, a gunman murdered a state lawmaker and her husband. It was horrific. An anti-Semitic...
I'm not saying it doesn't have the most important thing in the world. However, I'm not interested right now in terms of... I'm not interested, Bondi. Not just at the minute. Too much shit's going on right now. Too much shit's going on. So, yeah. Not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. Let's just see if we can see some reactions to it. What's Bitcoin doing right now? Yeah. Oh, my God. Didn't want to be rich anyway, Stu. Yeah, I know. What happened to October? Trump happened to October, unfortunately. And tariffs are back. The big T word. There you go. Look, just announced in, by the way, 100% tariffs on China. Oh, here it is. 100% tariffs on China. You are fucked. Oh, man. 113. Holy shit. The market is collapsing. It's collapsing. Everyone is dumping their positions. These are where people get completely screwed. Completely screwed. I mean, I can't see the liquidation amount. I'm curious what the number is, by the way. But for some reason, Coin Glass is knackered. This is not telling me the actual date. I don't want that. BTC liquidations. Here we go. Where are we at? Man, you can't even bring some of these liquidation data up. Okay, here we go. Long AVAX. I don't care about friggin' AVAX right now. I care about the overall Bitcoin. Here we go. Longs are all open interest. Where's our liquidations here? See, the crazy thing with this is it's not even that big right now. This can't be up. This can't be live. It's way more than that. That can't be live data. I can't get the live data, which is kind of annoying. But for whatever reason, CoinGlass is just not working. But I can't get a live feed. I don't know if anyone else can, but anyway. Damn, BTC to 115. Yeah, it's below that right now. I mean, look at it. Getting absolutely obliterated right now. But, I mean, it's never going to be good news when Trump's slamming 100% tariff on it, is it? Never, ever in a million years going to be good news. So, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like, this is the only thing to think about here, by the way. Look at this. The only way to sort of understand it is there is no liquidation here whatsoever. This is like just a pure over-panicking market that's just dumping their bags. Like, literally, people think that this is it. You know, we've been here before. I mean, it's a pretty fucking aggressive dump, but people are just totally freaking out right now out there. Totally freaking out right now. And, yeah, playing out pretty painfully, all in all. But I don't know the exact number, but let's stick with BTC here on the 15-minute and see where we end up. It's only money, John. I mean, that's true. Best to order a Lego set to make a Lambo. I mean, that is also true as well. Man, I didn't realize that my stream was going to end in 3 minutes if I hadn't have done this. TikTok. There we are, we're back. We're back. I'm paying $5,000 to the first 5 people. Okay, get out of here. Someone ban that guy. Don't message him. He's an absolute chopper. There we go. Get out of here. Oh, hold on a minute. I've just done something that I shouldn't have done. Oh, what have I done here? I think I've just broke my live stream on TikTok. Hold on a second. There we go. There we go. You're back. How do I get rid of that? I'm not very good at this. Yeah, got it. Got it. We're back to it. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, Casey, let me make you a moderator. I can do that actually. Here, add Done. Yeah, sorry. We should be back now. Everything should be back. My screen is like super weird at the minute here on TikTok. Don't know why. BTC 130. Well, we're getting a small bounce right now. We need to just see what happens. We need to sort of see where it is. But yeah, wonder where the bottom is going to be. I mean, yeah, at the minute, who knows? Well, I mean, again though, this is the thing. So you kind of have to go. It's a specifically driven market. I mean, fucking hell, look at some of these altcoins. Holy shit! Like the market is just collapsing right now. Down 11% on alts. Everything's just going to absolute zero. Look at this. ADA. Can't believe it. Solana now below $200, man. Some of these are getting, look at this. Fucking hell. World of Bit Financial down to 14. The markets are just, everyone is just exiting positions like crazy people. Oh my God, this is wild. This is actually wild, by the way. Anyone else down joking about everyone's days? Besides, yeah, I mean, it's fine. As we say in Ireland, crypto is in the whole, yeah, it definitely is one turn. I would argue with that. Nearcoin's still going up. I mean, Nearcoin's holding up all right. Aster, I mean, still holding in there. Like I said, these technically give you opportunities. Look at some of the meme coins. Look at Pepe. Okay, now. Do you know what's fun, though, when you look at your portfolio? I mean, it's not fun, obviously, at all. But, I mean, look at Pepe right now. Down to the 8-1 range. That's insane. Brett down 20%. Fuck me. What a day. I mean, holy shit. It's even worse, 100% on top of what they... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's an absolute, like, power... I mean, I don't even know what it is. Like, some sort of crazy lunatic power play. Yeah. They won't recover, surely. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think we will. I mean, still think of it this way. We're still over 114k, which is kind of fine. But yeah, I mean, it's a pretty aggressive dump. I am dead curious as to what he's going to say. I think that's definitely something we need to see. Definitely something we need to see. But yeah, I mean, pretty crazy dump in the market. Pretty crazy. Yeah, I think so as well. I think it's just probably going to be another... It's just going to be painful for probably the next week or two, maybe. But we'll see. Final liquidity sweep. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I mean, look, we can already sort of tell what he's going to come out with. What's crazy is the altcoin dump. I mean, 11% on ETH. Right, look at that level. I mean, we've held that level pretty much perfectly, though, which is interesting. But yeah, ETH dumping all the way back down, which is a pretty... I mean, that is as big as we've seen a dump in all cycle, I think, really. And it's surprising, isn't it? It's all on tariffs. I mean, insane. The fact of the matter is that we know what it is. And I always say this, by the way. Was bullish when your stream started. I'm bearish as fuck. I get that. Again, though, my point here is always, if you know what it is, then, okay, you make a decision based on the fact we know what it is. I mean, that's the thing. It's Trump tariffs. That means that this is pricing out of the market. Therefore, when that pricing comes back in, when we sort of go, it could come back the other way, then, you know, maybe that comes in. Trump's tweeted again. Has he? I've got Melania Trump now. What's she talking about? Seems you've lost connectivity. What? Is it a Truth Social post? It must be a Truth Social post, is it? Oh yeah, Matty. Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we broke that about 10 minutes ago. Yeah. Hence why BTC and everything else has totally shit the bed. So, yeah. I mean, the one to keep an eye out would be what happens with open interest. And what does that look like when that starts to play through? So, yeah, open interest could be an interesting one over the weekend. We'll see. Let's just see what's going on here. Like, so we are waiting to see margins calling. Oh my God. I should have definitely kept my short trade open though, which is kind of annoying, but anyway. Anyway, you live and learn. Excuse me. I'm not seeing anything that is breaking management tariff from China starting November 1st and export controls on any other. Okay. So based on the fact that, here you go. So this is the official statement that came out from Truth Social. So Just learned that China has taken an extraordinary aggressive position on trading, sending an extremely hostile letter to the world, blah, 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 blah. We all know that. Based on the fact China has taken an unprecedented position and speaking only for the USA and not other nations who are similarly threatened starting November 1st, 2025 or sooner, depending on any further actions or changes taken by China, the United States of America will impose a tariff of 100% on China over and above any tariff that they are currently paying. Also, November 1st, we'll impose export controls on any and all critical software. It is impossible to believe that China would have taken such an action, but they have, and the rest is history. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Man, this is going to get pretty crazy, isn't it? Yeah, pretty wild, in fairness. Scott Bessett must be like, oh my God, I thought I'd sorted this out. Like, I thought I'd fix this. So let's see. Errol, what's going on? Trump is dumping the market. Well, technically, the market is dumping on the back of Trump's announcements. Trump is going to a full-blown, crazy-ass trade war with China, I think is fair to say right now. That's probably where we're going to get to. My long got liquidated, $300 gone. I mean, it could be worse. It could be worse. We don't need China. Let's make our own stuff. I mean, that's true. That's true. BTC dominance is up there. BTC dominance is pretty flat in fairness. 59. I mean, someone asked me about that yesterday as well. Do I think BTC dominance gets back to 60? And I was like, nope, absolutely not. Get how wrong I was. You can't hold it against me though. No one would have seen this coming. No one saw this coming, by the way. Why is the market bleeding? Trump's just put 100% tariffs on China starting November 1st, but could come sooner. So we're going to stick with it. I do want to hear from him. Because it all feels a little bit crazy that, I mean, that is like a proper bull market dump though, isn't it? It all feels a little bit crazy that, that we don't really understand the full in and outs of it. That's the bit I don't really get. So yeah, the question obviously is why is the trade deal rare earth thing with China becoming such a big deal? That's what we've got to ask ourselves. Institutions are buying up, maybe. You think Monday will be green? I mean, I don't know. We need to hear. I need to hear what Trump says, really, to be honest. Yeah, I need to hear what Trump says. Man, yeah, look at this. Bitcoin's breaking down again. Holy crap. To think we were at all-time high a week ago. It's insane, isn't it? It's literally insane. Last Friday, we were golden. Everything was cool as a cucumber. $250 billion wiped out from the crypto market. That is insane. That is so crazy, isn't it? Look at this. This is the problem. Look at that. $250 billion wiped out from the crypto market today. $250 billion. That is a pretty big chunk of change. Monday's on holiday. Is it? Okay, fine. My phone's lighting up with everything just dropping. Yeah, I keep getting trade signals. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin's still pushing down. Like, this all depends if the next 24 hours you'll see a big institutional buying huge amounts. Well, I mean, don't forget the markets are closed, so you're not going to get ETF buying. You may get some treasury companies buying. I don't think you'll see anything. I think you'll see the market bleed for the next 24, 40 hours. I think you might get some movement on Sunday. Here's what I'm looking at. We break below 112. I'm going into cash. That's probably where I'm at right now. But yeah, everything's coming up. Negative 12%, negative 12%, negative 12%. I mean, we need to see what Trump says, really. We need to see what he says. And don't forget, by the way, with all of this, you know, World of It Financial, the company's got his assets. Not that he really cares, but that's all dumping to oblivion right now. Trump saw it recovering slightly, so decided to put another stupid message up. I mean, that is true, mate. Trump is about to talk now fairly soon. What the bets? Good news to nuke shorts now? No, I don't think so. I don't think you're going to get any sort of good news, to be honest. I think it'll all be about the China deal, which is not going to be good news. I think markets are going to dump on the back of it. But yeah, I mean, if we get to this 111, 484, I'll sell everything and see where we get to. Because I think if we lose this support line, oh Jesus, it might be pretty tasty. Might get pretty tasty. I will certainly move some capital. Yeah, definitely. I'll take some money off the table at that level. I think I still think macro, by the way, I still think we're pretty optimistic. I think if we looked at, let's go back to, we kind of want to see 2021 here, look. Just to give us a bit of a flavor as to, you know, I mean, look at some of these moves here off. This is the first candle wick that we got. I mean, look at some of these big moves down. People have been like, oh my God, we just broke 60K. Super bullish. And then boom, dumps all the way down to 43K. So they lost what? You know, you think about that move was what? 26%. Yeah. We haven't really had this for the longest time. I mean, if you think about it, only last Wednesday, you know, 9 days ago, we were at this level and people were pretty bullish on the market. This just feels a bit different, doesn't it? This feels just not great, if I'm honest. The last thing you want is a friggin' trade war with China, personally. Already done. Thoughts on dropping out? Yeah, well, I mean, I'm looking at a price target that, you know, if we touch this line, then yeah, I'll take some money off the table. Guess no Christmas for anyone this year? Oh, well, yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. I mean, again, it's all about what you're in, isn't it? Your higher risk ones are definitely going to be getting pounded today, which is going to be bad news. But I mean, look at some of these. Equally, by the way, it's going to throw some opportunities. Look at AVAX at $25, and we're in a fucking bull market. Yeah, look, BTC down 113 now. Man, this is painful. I'm doing the same as soon as this stream finishes. My exchange coins are getting sold and buying when it hits the bottom. I mean, that might not be a bad shout. This is a big correction right now, like a really big correction. There is definitely some fear in the market that there is a full-blown trade war going to be coming up. Full-blown trade war. Buy the dip, boys. Buy the freaking dip. Again, we need to see what Trump says. That's what I'm waiting for, really. I'm not stuffing the turkey this Christmas. Yeah, we're having chicken instead. Trump will drop the tariffs like he always does. I mean, that's the other bit as well. I mean, one of the things to probably keep an eye out for is anything that happens with World a bit financial. Not that I think it's the biggest deal in the world, but whether they start to do anything. Is it okay to cry? It feels like it should be, Holmes. I feel like I want to cry. That's interesting. Oh, USD1. Okay, yeah, fine. So they're just pissing about USD1 over there. Man, look at this. 113.3. Holy shit. This might actually get pretty bad news, everybody. I don't want to be that guy, but I feel like I'm going to be that guy. This is fucking bad news. I don't think the bear market's here, but holy shit, this is not good news at all. Man, we are literally going to hit this line. What is going on right now? What is going on? Bitcoin just done 8%. Fucking hell, it's collapsing. It's collapsing. It is literally collapsing. What is going on right now? This is fucking insane. Made $800 on that ETH short. Nice, bro. That's a great shot. That is one of the biggest wicks I think I've seen ever in Bitcoin history. 8.5%. Oh, wow. Wow. That's all I'll say. That is bad news. Investment fund, if anyone's interested. Jesus. Yeah, I mean, what you'll have on top of this as well, by the way, it'll be market makers absolutely crashing markets as well. Like, this is the real battle. So we are waiting. If you're brand new here, by the way, we are waiting for Trump to come and speak and see, kind of get a steer as to what's going on. And I guess where this is kind of going to go, really. Reminder, the last time tariffs wars nuked the market in April, President Trump tweeted out the exact bottom. We will see. We will see. 110. Oh my God, BTC is going down big time. Can we stop the markets for a few days? Yeah, I feel like we need to. XRP is nearly $2. Yeah, 221. Hey, look at it. Look at Aerodrome Finance. Look at this. Look at this market right now. It is like it's a fucking shit show. You can't do anything other than just kind of laugh. Otherwise, you're going to cry about it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine, Rob. I'm cool with it. This is the worst. By the way, as much as I know it's hit that line, this isn't the moment you just go, I'm going to sell everything. Like, you got to wait and see. Like, you got to let the market settle. But yeah, Sui's at 271. Look at that. What is happening right now? The markets are getting killed. Jesus. The bad news, I've just soiled myself. The extra bad news is that I can now afford no more underpants. I know, yeah. Yeah. I mean, look at that. Aerodrome's down 30%. 30%. Hold tight, always comes back. Stephen, you're probably not wrong. But I mean, look at this. Look at some of the meme coins. Pepe's down 25%. Like, you've got to be in a world of just going, do you know what? Do you know what? Let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens. That is possibly one of the most insane dips ever I've seen. 10%. Look at the fucking top. Oh my God. Yeah, pretty painful. What did I miss? XRP just got smoked. The whole market for it's not just got smoked, is getting obliterated right now. Getting absolutely obliterated. Probably one of the biggest dumps I think I've seen in crypto history, really. It's another moment to stick in the another moment to stick on the list. This, Tim, definitely. Look at this dump right now. Holy crap. That is a disgusting dump. Someone get Donald Trump on the phone, ask him what the fuck he's doing. What do you think about XRP? I think it's on sale right now. 218, 22.5% down on XRP. That is like, that is some sort of crazy ass shit right now. Man, government shutdown effect, we'll be fine. Yeah. I mean, we're not going to be fine just in the short term, by the way, because we're absolutely, ETH's down nearly 20%. The markets, look at this. Sui's down 33%. Am I missing something? Am I missing something right now? Sui's about to break $2. It's down 35%. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, in all seriousness, guys, what is actually going on? Aerodrome's down 40% right now. What is happening? Like, I know, look, I've been around in this market for a long time, but on a serious note, what is actually happening right now? Look at this market. Ondo is down 60%. What? What is it like on a, I don't want to scare anyone to death. Ondo's down 60%. Holy shit, I need to be buying some of this stuff. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, has someone just closed the crypto market? Put Bitcoin on the 15-minute watch. Look at this on Ondo. Like, wow. Holy crap. This is like ETH's down 20%, BTC 109. Sui's now under $2. What is going on right now? Like, this is the most insane dip I've ever seen in my entire life. How is Ondo down 60%? Jasmy 40%. World of Bit Financial is down 40%. Like, what is going on right now? Like, what is actually going on right now? This is like crazy stuff. Like crazy stuff. The S&P's closed, Craig. So there's nothing, basically. Nothing at all is going on with the S&P 500. But yeah, I mean, Asta's down 19%. Holy shit. Like, this is some crazy stuff. Like, what is going on right now? What is actually going on right now? Just in. What's this? Oh, Bitcoin falls. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Everything is collapsing. We get that. This doesn't make any sense, though. I don't care what anyone says, by the way. This does not make any sense to me whatsoever. This does not make any sense at all. Bitcoin's now down 11%. What is going on right now? Like, on a serious note, what is actually going on? Sui's down 65%. Are we just getting rugged here? Like I'm like, what? What's going on? I don't know. What is happening? Sui's down 70%. What is actually happening right now? What is happening right now? I'm so confused. Ondo is down 70% to 28 cents. Like, what the flying shit is happening right now? None of this makes any sense. Like, why have altcoins got absolutely... I'm going to have a look at my portfolio. Hold my beer. Let me have a look. Only because I'm curious. Oh my fucking God. Wow. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Oh, Jesus. That is insane. I mean, this is one of the craziest crypto market dumps I've ever seen in my entire life. Yeah, this is actually possibly one of the most insane moments ever. How are some of these coins? XRP is down 50%. Okay, cool. Sui's at 63 cents right now. Like, what is going on? Like, what is actually going on? This isn't brutal. This is insane. Like, this is like this is just, this is actually like the most insane thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, what is actually going on right now? How is Sui 65% down on the day? None of this makes any sense. None of this makes any sense right now. I mean, altcoins are, I mean, this just doesn't make any sense. Asta's down 30%. Will it be financial? Is down 50%. Like, what? What is going on right now? It's China. I mean, where do you even start with this? I've never seen anything like this in my life. Never seen anything like this in my life. Never, ever, ever, ever have I seen anything as crazy as this. To be looking at the other crypto channels, they're going insane. Wow. I mean, I just don't really know what to say, to be honest. Biggest liquidity grab ever. I mean, I don't know if it's a liquidity grab, but I don't even know what it is. Like, I mean, some of this stuff is insane. Like, you can buy Sui now at 149. Like, what? I mean, I need to buy some of this stuff. Like, I feel like I'm missing out right now because I'm live with you guys. 28 cents Ondo Finance. Like, you winding me up right now. Like, you literally winding me up. Like, this is like the craziest batshit mental thing I've ever seen in my... Pepe is down 50%. 50%. Yeah, the whole market is like totally collapsing right now. Like, totally collapsing. By the way, this isn't how bear markets start. Just FYI. This isn't how bear markets start. This just doesn't make any sense. But I mean, you can pretty much buy whatever you want right now. What's crazy about this is they're not recovering, which is insane to me. They're not recovering like I thought they would. This is how 2017 bull started. Like a massive liquidity dump, and then everything kind of comes like bounding back in. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I'm just seeing if anyone's saying anything. Former CFTC chair, 15K daily candle on BTC is insane. Bitcoin is dropping like a rock. Yeah. I mean, the liquidity event is going to be pretty meteoric. And the markets are going to be pretty shaken after this. Markets are going to be pretty shaken after this. Buyers coming on XRP. Yeah, I mean, look, people, should I buy? Yeah, is my opinion. But I would wait, though, because I think we're going to see even more. I mean, look at Aerodrome Finance. It's down 75%. Like, what? Like, what? What is going on right now? None of this makes any sense. This is the most insane thing I have ever seen in my life. I mean, like, I have never ever seen anything like this in my life before. Never in the what 8 years I've been investing in this market. This market is absolutely crazy. Pump fund, oh, it's on a 50% discount right now. Grab yourself a bag. Holy shit, man! Ondo back up to 43 cents. Yeah, BTC. So BTC is coming back up a little bit. Nothing crazy, but it's starting to come back up a little bit. But I mean, the altcoin market, like, bro, like, what the fuck happened here? Like, this is. Some people must have got liquidated for some crazy amounts. Crazy amount. Do a poll and see how many of us sold. I haven't sold. I mean, why would you sell into that? You're all about laughing. I'm almost in tears. I'm completely wasted 4 years. Yeah, if you think about that though, Craig, then this is, and I mean this in the nicest possible sense, this just isn't the market for you. Like, this is just life. What you got to understand though is this doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense. It doesn't make any sense. If anything, right now, this is a buyer's opportunity. I mean, look, 48 cents coming back up. The debate though, the question is this going to get worse? That's why I'm not going to do it. But you know, we're here for it, and I mean, look, we're all still got our health. We've all still got the ability to breathe. So I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, don't panic. I know that sounds crazy, right? I know that sounds crazy, but right now, the worst thing you can do is proper panic and sell your bags and shit. I mean, fucking hell, if your altcoin portfolio is absolutely smashed to pieces. There's no news at the minute. I mean, I don't know what that news is. I don't know why the market did what it just did. I've never seen the market in my life do that. Ever. So I don't know why it is. You know, also, this tariff stuff is getting ridiculous. I don't see how I feel. Economy breaking over 3 billion liquidated from the crypto market in the past 60 minutes. That's crazy. Volatility across the digital stock credit. Yeah, so everyone's kind of giving us a view, but there's nothing really there. Casper went under a penny. That is absolutely wild. That is wild, bro. Yeah, I mean, pick your altcoins right now. We're basically back to, I mean, look at that weekly candle. We're back to June 25 levels on some of these. You know, fire. $7 billion in liquidations today. That is absolutely disgusting, isn't it? That is disgusting. I was out to sell risk losing 4 years of work patience. I was really close. I mean, the markets are pretty wild right now. Market moved like a black swan on the trade war news. Yeah, but like delayed on it, which is insane. Most exchanges now down anyway, so no buying or selling. Oh, really? All the exchanges have gone down? No. Wow. Is that true? On a serious note, this isn't good for mental health. It's never good for mental health. This market is not good for mental health. Not good at all. Have they really stopped? Like, you can't buy? No way, Zach. Surely that's not true. I'm going to try it. Just hold on a minute. It might go a bit weird. Trade. Let me have a look. Ondo. I'll buy 250 bucks of Ondo. Buy. I can buy. All right. I just bought $250 worth of Ondo. Or at least I'm trying to. Does anyone know why it crashed? I mean, look, the China news, that's it. There we are. I just bought Ondo. It's 59 cents. 59 cents to buy Ondo. Like, what? I'll take some of that. Holy shit. Todd was able to buy. Yeah, I just bought 59 cents. I bought Ondo at 59 cents. Oh, I'm laughing, but I'm screaming inside. It's just come up and told me that Ondo's decreased by 60%. I'm going to buy some Asta right now. Man, the only problem is I don't really have enough money to buy this stuff. Let's buy some Asta at 135. Let's buy 350 bucks of that. Yeah, I bought some Asta at 135. Yeah, Coinbase Crypto told me trading is unavailable. Oh, right, Mexi, I'm buying on there. This is the bottom. Not sure if it's the bottom. I mean, fortunately for me, I've got some USDT sat there. They're 100% tariffs. By the way, if you're brand new to the channel, by the way, over 200 people here live with us right now. Don't forget, smash up the like button to a brand new all-time high and hit the subscribe button. We try and capture what we can try and capture, but yeah, this is possibly one of the craziest events I've ever seen in the world. The fact is, ETH's actually holding up pretty well. It's the rest of the market you want to be buying shit in. Like, the rest of the market is absolutely insane right now. World a bit financial. I need to buy some of that. Hold on a minute, everybody. World a bit financial. Oh man, it's at like 10 cents. Okay, let's buy some of this. Okay. Oh man, it's not. I literally can't buy World a bit financial. The price is going up too quick. Come on. There we are. I bought some World a bit financial as well. Okay, cool. Swamp, it wasn't me. I promise. Sui under $1 was absolutely nuts. Yeah, I mean, Ondo at 60 cents. I just bought Ondo. My DCA positions are going to be great. We're up 50% from last year. We'll be fine. Hey, see, learning. Love that. All right, are we going to get Trump? We might be about to get Trump. We've just gone to the Oval Office. So let's bring this up here. We will obviously keep close to what is going on with the markets as well. BTC right now looking to test 110. I mean, look, BTC is pushing back up. Alts are the way to grab right now, just FYI. Yeah, what's he got on the screen there? I can't see it. Anyone see what that says? Will be something. I can't think what it says. So as soon as we get the Trump announcement, as soon as we get old Donnie T, we will bring him back up again. I am watching it, so I'll bring it back up again. Oh, I love crypto Ponzi's. Oh, people are gonna love life right now. They're gonna be like, crypto's a scam. Crypto is a scam. Okay, BTC back above 111, you see. Back above 111. Alts are still fucked, though. Right, here we go. Showtime, everybody. Let's get the alpha.
Sure.
Here we go.
Let's go now to President Donald Trump at the White House there.
Don't rug our bags anymore, Trump. I'm going to keep I'll keep an eye on the price of Bitcoin for everybody, by the way. I'm just going to keep it down here. Let's see what he's got to say. Prescription drugs. Is he winding me up? This better not be about prescription drugs, Donnie T. We're going to talk about the fact you've just wiped out $3 billion from the frigging crypto market. Absolute weapondo. I mean, BTC is rallying back up again. 111. Mexi, Lauren. All longs liquidated would usually mean a huge bull followed. Yeah, I mean, the market's bouncing back a little bit. I mean, I'm already up on my trades for Sui. I'm already up like 30 cents on that one. I'm up on my World of Bit financial trade. My Asta trade's going pretty well. Man, you should long fucking Bitcoin. You should long Bitcoin from that price. Imagine longing Ondo from 25 cents. That is crazy to me. Right, okay, well, Donnie T's not even speaking. What the hell, Donnie T? Yeah, man, this would have been the perfect time to long. Yeah, I mean, wouldn't it? Just like a long from bloody 106 or something. Which would be crazy. OPF Norfolk, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, too bad. I'll show you my trade later on. Bullish. Bullish. Mexi's telling me that I can't purchase anything. Really? I've literally just bought all 3 coins that you just heard me say. I was 1,600 down, now only 400 down. Happy days. Yeah, it's definitely coming back. So the total crypto market cap lost at 300 billion. It is coming back a little bit right now.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, here we go. Let's listen to him.
Nice to have you. There's a big announcement. We have a lot of big announcements. There's sort of all big announcements, actually. It's wonderful to be in the Oval Office. I think you probably like it the best. You like it the best for press conferences? I sort of do. But today I'm excited to announce another historic achievement in our quest to lower drug prices for all Americans. Prices have come way down. We've gotten prices way down for groceries, for oil especially. Today we broke $60 a barrel. We think the oil is going to be under $2 a gallon very soon. That's about 70% lower than what it was just a year ago. So that's a big thing. And when the oil comes down, everything comes down. It's pretty beautiful to watch. AstraZeneca, the largest pharmaceutical manufacturer in the United Kingdom, is committing to offer Americans major discounts on their vast catalog of prescription drugs, one of the great companies, by the way, and a most favored nation's pricing clause. So most favored nation is you're going to pay whatever the lowest price anywhere in the world is.
Just a question, by the way. Do we care about listening to this, or would we rather have the charts up?
Very well in my first term, but we were interrupted by a rigged election, so I was unable to carry it forward. We started it, but this was something one of the reasons I wanted to run again was we had to have favored nations where the world is not going to be paying just a fraction, just a tiny fraction of what we were paying. I want to thank CEO Pascal Soriot, a very highly respected, one of the most respected men in business and certainly in the industry, for joining us today, as well as Secretary Howard Lutnick, Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., CMS Administrator Mehmet Oz, FDA Commissioner Marty McCary, and Virginia Governor, a man who's done an incredible job. And good luck with the upcoming election. I know you're working very hard. I watch you. You're right there. He's out there working. He wants to see that young woman win, and the Attorney General, who I endorsed, et cetera, et cetera. Glenn Youngkin. Thank you very much, Glenn. Thank you for being here. For many years, Americans have paid the highest prices anywhere in the world for prescription drugs by far, many times the amount that other countries are paying is ridiculous. Upon taking office, I signed an executive order to make sure that Americans pay no more for prescription medications than the lowest price for the same drug in other locations in developing nations. Today, AstraZeneca is committing to offer all of their prescription medications to Medicaid at most favored nations prices. In other words, the lowest price anywhere in the world. That's what we get.
We don't care about this, do we?
A move that will save American taxpayers hundreds of millions of dollars each year.
It's not related, yeah.
And
I feel like
the story, Glenn, that
like a bit
in my first term, I had the honor of being
okay, I'm going to move on a little bit. I'm going to keep him on just so we can hear a bit of what's going on. But I don't really care about AstraZeneca prices. I've got to be honest. Unless you guys want to keep it on, then I can keep it on. But I think, if I'm honest, I don't give a flying shit about AstraZeneca price. I give a shit about the fact the market's completely effing collapsing still. Although definitely bouncing back a little bit. ETH back above 38.30. Man, this, like, what was this market shakeout? Like, holy shit, this is like the craziest thing I've ever seen. Bro, Ondo's crazy. Yeah, I know. I bought on Mexi. I don't understand why people aren't buying. I mean, people are buying. I bought live here on the show 3 times so far. Just seeing the alts, thought I was seeing things. What's XRP at 2-bit? It's at $2.02 right now. Down 27%. I mean, look at this wick down. It wicked to 77 fucking cents. Like, what? What? I lost 2K so far. What is going on? I mean, the markets took an absolute dump. Like I've never seen before in the history of, like, ever. I mean, look, markets are pushing down again right now, so maybe they were pricing that he might have actually come in and been like, oh, we're pretty bullish. And he kind of isn't. It's just the shakeout before we go higher. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I mean, I think people are hoping that that's the case, but I mean, when you've got XRP down 28%, Sui wicked down to 56 cents. What? Like, what the happened? I genuinely have never seen anything like this in my life. Fetch AI down 50%. Kayak Suit Trade and Revolts. 7.5 billion in 24 hours liquidations. What price do you get in at Victoria Green? Victoria Green, what's happening? Casper fell down 90% in literally 25 minutes and now rebounds from 209 to 2. Man. That is wow. Is Casper really that bad? Casper's only down 6% though. In the grand scheme of things, that's actually performed better than nearly every other coin. In fairness. Now it's bounced back up. Yeah, it's a good time to buy more. I mean, look. The only thing I would say right now is you got to sort of see what's happening in the market. I mean, BTC's pushing down again. We're going to retest this range right now. Look, so yeah, I mean, people are properly panicking right now. There is the 30% drop I've been waiting for. Big time manipulation. All his backers and friends taken care of. I mean, the alts have just absolutely collapsed. Managed to buy $200 on a few others when it just dumped to the lowest. Nice, Matt. Lucas says, I've literally been praying for this. Man, I think you're on your own if you have. XRP max pin was 49% in a few hours. Yeah, it's crazy. So 1.5 trillion white from US stock market today. Okay, they're all talking about AstraZeneca. I don't care about that. Maybe the exchanges stop people being able to dump the market. My portfolio is already almost back to normal. I say normal, but still low. Is it? Is mine? Hold on a minute. Let me check. Mine's definitely not back to normal. In fact, mine's way worse than it was. Holy crap. What do you mean back to normal? Look at some of these prices. These prices are ridiculous. I mean, Aerodrome's back. I mean, they are like some scary wicks like there, which is in case. Binance wouldn't let me buy. That's insane. MB23 says I feel sick. Mate, I know the feeling. I know the feeling. Don't forget, by the way, there's 200 people watching us live here on YouTube, and we've got 170 people live with us on TikTok. Smash up the like button, by the way. We should obliterate 100 likes on this live stream, by the way. So if you're enjoying the content, not the actual market dump, just the content, then just give me a quick thumbs up. That would be greatly appreciated. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel as well, definitely hit a subscription. That would be great. Why didn't they let you buy? I don't know. Do you think it could go lower? I mean, I don't know how much lower it can go. I mean, 28 cents. Like, you kidding me right now? That's like as low as we've ever been on Aerodrome. I mean, the good news with ETH held up pretty well. I mean, look at this. This is the lower support range I have on Ethereum, and it didn't actually get to that range. ETH and the big caps held up pretty well. What's insane is the altcoins got smashed. I mean, look, XRP's back up pretty well right now, but I mean, look at some of these. They're still 30% down on the day. I mean, that's insane numbers. Think about it. Think about that. I was 500k down, now 200k down. There you go. That's not too bad then. Content always amazing. 2-bit, still the best show ever. Thanks, John. I appreciate that, buddy. Trump says alt season is coming. He doesn't. He says AstraZeneca's buying some more drugs cheap. Yeah, I mean, BTC back above 112. Everyone seems to have gone pretty quiet. If I'm honest, not Raul Paul says, well, that was a gift for anyone who had stables. Perfect test of the bottom wedge. If Sui is back into the small flag pattern, we were there before. My 2k down was trades liquidated through not portfolio down. There you go. No underbuying opportunity on no pole at the moment, man. Yeah, I is it all over, Sean? Don't think so. Don't think so. This is a good chart actually. Altcoin Daily, fair play to it on that. I'm gonna retweet that. That's a good chart. So maybe we needed it. Maybe we needed it. Will you sleep tonight too? But yeah, of course I will, mate. Of course I will. You got to think of it this way, right? People might not want to hear what I'm about to say, but you got to think of it this way. My kids are all well. I'm all right. I've got a house above my head, and I can still breathe in. I'm cool with that. You know, if we lost it all, that's the market we choose to get invested in. Now, what I am going to do is I'm going to sit here like this now for the rest of this stream. Yeah, it's what it is, isn't it? That's the market. That's the game we play. That is the environment we choose to trade in. And yeah, you got to be able to ride it out. And hopefully macro, I think we're still fine. I know that sounds crazy, but yeah, if you think about it right now, we are only as low as we were on the 28th of September. We've been way lower than this. We've had way worse times than this. So in my world, I'm a bit like, meh, you know what? I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. All the other creators follow are all live right now panicking. Oh, really? Who's I don't really follow many people. Probably just screwing people stop losses. I mean, That is true. You're gonna get you're definitely gonna get people not doing it. So yeah. Pretty crazy. Maybe we should do maybe I need to do a video. I should do a video while I'm live right now, shouldn't I? And post that straight back out as to what's going on. Crypto's Arrows just did it. 400 billion wiped from the total crypto market. That's insane, isn't it? Why did XRP hit it? I sold my short 130 something. Look at cool. It's up big. Really cool. I need to watch the charts. I'm going back in on 4 coins exchange money. What are we choosing to? But I'm thinking Ondo, XRP, HBAR, and Sui. I mean, I think Sui's a good shout. Look at this. It's actually 113 right now. Look for the biggest dips right now. Sui at 245 probably feels like a good shout. What else have you got? That probably feels pretty good. XLM probably feels pretty good. I mean, I think World Liberty Financial at nearly 30% decline is probably a good shout as well. Man, some of these are, I mean, look at Pepe right now. I mean, I should probably DCA my Pepe bag even more, but I mean, holy crap. I mean, you're probably not going to go wrong in fairness, given where some of these, some of this opportunity is right now. I have no toilet roll to rewipe. Do it with money you can afford to lose. Phew, exciting evening. We're going up again. Let's hope so. No chance I'm selling. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not selling this place. I am where I am with it. That's kind of my view. So, thanks, US government. How is it so volatile still now? Well, because you just got people still panicking. I mean, look, BTC's back to nearly 114 right now. Back to nearly 114. So, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Right. I feel like we should do a video. I feel like we should, because then I don't have to kind of mess around with it. So you're gonna stick with me. I'll keep the charts up right now, but you're gonna stick with me, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a bit of a video, just to kind of give people a bit of a what's going on in the markets. Everyone buying the dip, mad rally after this dump. I mean, it could be. Could be. Let's hope so. I need the Trump news, by the way. Where's the Trump news? There's always a mad rally after a big dip like these. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the biggest dip we've seen for a long time. Look, BTC's back to just 7%, 113. Everything's going back up again. Alts will take a bit of time to recover. Ondo's already back up to 70 cents. I mean, that was a 3x trade if you grab that at the low. It's like crazy. Like it is actually just a massive, like just the weirdest thing in the world. Isn't it? Think about it. Right. We need the Trump tweet. Where's the Trump tweet? Here we go. Right. You're coming along with for the ride, everybody. We're going to do it. We're going to do a quick video. All right. Hey, thanks for the $5 donation. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. If it can dump, it can pump. Yeah. I mean, the good news is, like I said, the macro is still absolutely fine. If you ask me, that's where I'm at right now. Macro is fine. So yeah. Right, we're gonna do a video together. You excited about doing a video? I don't think I've ever done a video with you guys. I've tried to secretly do it, but I've seen like Meet Kevin and stuff do this. So we're gonna do it together, all right? I bought some XRP at 150. Great shout. Time to be big ballers to cry. Yeah. Yeah. Robinhood won't let you buy anything. That's insane. That is got me some ADA. Love that. Love that. Yeah, the market's definitely rallying back up again right now. So okay. Let's do this. You guys are gonna have to stick with me a little bit here. I'm gonna have to flick this to this and this. Okay. Okay. So I don't record with my camera on now. All right. So don't get freaked out, everybody. Okay. It's all gonna be a bit weird, this video. You're gonna have to stick with me, and then we're gonna have to sort of go for it. Right. Best 2 hours I've ever had. Well, it's gonna get even better now. We're gonna do a quick video live for everyone to see what's going on, okay? In fact, I need one more chart, I think. Joe, bro, I'm just going to do a video, that's all. Because I need to clearly get some content out on the back of this, definitely. But oh, that's a really interesting point. Someone I know who's on the ground. That is such an interesting point. No way. No way. Think about this. ETF seeding becomes very, very cheap right now. I didn't even think about that. ETF seeding. That is wild. Okay, right. Let's that's not gonna work. I wanted like a liquidation amount. Seeding means as in the amount of XR, well, the amount of altcoins they've got to buy for their ETFs. That is crazy to me. That is actually crazy to think about it. Okay, right. Let's do a quick video and then we're gonna get into it. All right. So stick with me, all 190 of you. I'm just gonna walk through what's happened. We're just gonna do a quick video and then I've got it ready to go out live. So yeah. All right. Don't put me off. All right, because I've never done this before. Don't put me off, especially you guys here on TikTok. All right. Don't put me off. It's important. We just witnessed one of the craziest moments in the history of the cryptocurrency market, with massive liquidations coming in on all altcoins and Bitcoin retracing all the way down to 105,000. What the heck is going on? And more importantly, what is going to happen in the course of the next 24 to 48 hours? I'm going to break down a quick summary of what's going on. I was actually live streaming the full event. So smash up the like button to a brand new all-time high and let's get into it. Okay, nailed the intro. I think the intro was good. I think the intro was good, all right? Don't make me laugh, right? You don't need to make me laugh. I'm not going to look at the screen. I'm not going to look at the screen, all right? Don't be a set of choppers. How the heck does he freestyle this? I hate him. I'm not going to look at the screen. I'm not looking at the screen, okay? So we're going to get into a little bit more, okay? Right, fine. Right, I need to stop looking at you guys, though, because otherwise I'm going to be here all day. So, where's the... Hold on a minute. I need this. XRP dumping again, is it? 236. I mean, it's not really. I mean, the market's settling back down again. Like, think about it. The market's fucking absolutely ruined. Beats any news report. Thanks, Dynamic. Appreciate that. That's what I need. Hell, there we go. That's what I need. Right. So it's important that you gotta get your ducks in order. So I need that, that needs to come first. Okay. I don't get how Mike was buying, but I couldn't unless maybe it's just mobile apps have stopped. I mean, well, because I'm buying on a mobile app. I have to prepare for over an hour. Right. Okay. We're gonna do the rest of it. So we heard today that Donald Trump announcing further tariffs on China. In fact, he posted this on his Truth Social. The United States of America will impose a tariff of 100% on China over and above any tariff they are currently paying. Now, this ultimately then gives them even more wiggle room. We're looking for China to now come back. Retaliatory tariffs, maybe, but the US really setting up an absolute stance on where this is going to be. Donald Trump thinks he's doing it for the world here. This could have bigger repercussions in the market, but when you start to break down exactly what this means, well, it's not great for the crypto markets. That doesn't mean, though, however, this bull market is over. Take a look at this. $400 billion wiped out from the total market cap in the past 6 hours. And you can see here the giant wick down, taking us to a $3.24 trillion market cap. Now, the pain may not be over, but on a macro sentiment, it's still good news. You may be thinking I'm crazy, but if you take the actual price right now, at the time of recording this video, you can see Q4 for Bitcoin returns are still only negative by 1.47%. And actually, for the month of October, are still only down 2.18. Yes, it might not feel like it, but these are the facts. And volatility is, well, part of the game. We've seen a number of dips in this market, and we haven't seen anything to this scale. Take a look at this chart from Altcoin Daily. We've seen market corrections over 38% in previous bull market cycles. And right now, well, this is still only about 8 or 9%. Could we get even more downside potential? The answer is yes, but this will play out over the course of the next few days as Trump may announce further tariffs. There may even be further sanctions. But one thing to think about, he may completely pivot, as he has done 3 times before on those tariffs that have come in on China. So this may just be a big ruse. Now, if you put your tinfoil hat on, this absolutely could be to seed ETFs, to give opportunities for other institutional companies to get in. The difference here, markets are closed. So, well, Wall Street right now can't buy. This could be throwing opportunity for retail investors, whales, and much more. Michael Saylor himself saying volatility across the digital stack credit, MSTR, they're holding up a 55% benefit over the course of the last 30 days. So what should you be doing right now? Now, I obviously can't tell you to go out there and buy all your favorite altcoins because they're all an absolute discount, from things like BNB down 11%, Solana down 10%, Ethereum breaking back to 3,900. But These are the volatile markets of a cryptocurrency bull run. Overleverage creates gaps in the market, and these are where people ultimately get absolutely destroyed. $7.5 billion in liquidating longs is a significant pain. But as I always say on the channel, we know exactly what it is. And this, therefore, could play out way more favorably in the short term. Stay close to the markets this weekend. Opportunity is in front of you. And I think a Monday morning open for Wall Street could even be crazier. But keep a close eye. Donald Trump may even have a few more statements to make specifically around China. But right now, well, I'm off to go and buy the dip. I think that's probably the good idea. As always, don't forget, smash up the like button to the brand new all-time high. If you enjoy this type of content as well, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to become a channel member, grab that link in the description. Get all our latest calls, alpha alerts, and much more before anyone else. So with that being said, thanks for watching. Stay strong, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Right, nailed it, everybody. Nailed it. Good. Dave Collins says 10 out of 10 for the intro. Thanks, mate. Jasmine's are still about this, a massive course. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. You can't buy the dip. I mean, I can buy the dip. I don't know kind of why you guys can't really, which is kind of wild. You piss 1,000 around, you're going to 2x easily. Yeah, I mean, that's true. BTC looks like it's dropping a little bit. Oh, it's not 113. Man, my phone alert is like so far behind right now. It's like so far behind. It's just coming up going, BTC has dropped below this. And you're like, no, it hasn't. How long have we been streaming for right now? 2 hours. Holy shit, it's a long stream. I'm bullish though. I'm bullish. Okay, should we? I feel like I should be buying more. I've got more capital that I can spend. What should I be buying? Crow coin. I don't fancy crow coin. I mean, I feel like I should buy more Pepe, but I don't really want to be honest. My market cap app was having a panic attack. Let me just see if I'm going to go back into Mexi. And so I bought World Limit Financial. I bought Asta. Or maybe I should. What's Bonk doing? 34%. Okay, I'm going to buy some Bonk. Let's buy that much Bonk. Buy and buy. And does that come through? I mean, people are being slightly choppers. They don't want to sell their Bonk to me at the minute. We'll see if that buys. Yeah, I mean, it looks like I can buy, by the way. It looks like I can get Mexi, by the way. Which I don't really know why, but yeah, Connor Price is back in the bill. What's going on, Connor Price? Welcome. I traded no problem. Yeah. Do you think it will go back to the same low? No. Buy Grippy. What is the? I mean, the DeFi market, I imagine's got absolutely murdered right now. If I'm honest. If I am honest, XCL, yeah. Oh man, XCL got killed. People are dumping this to get, people want to get their capital in something else, which is crazy, but got a nice XRP bag. Nice. What's the price of Panic? Shut up. Excuse me. Shut. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, is what it is. Nearcoin. It's my bonk. My bonk order won't go through, I don't think. Oh, I bought a little bit, actually. A little bit has gone through. People don't want me to buy that much bonk. Absolute set of choppers. Come on. Give me some bonk after midnight. Yeah, prices are like booming right now, aren't they? Prices are booming. Restart the live 2-bit must. Oh no, sorry, it's because I'm buying at the same time. I keep going into Mexi and buying it. What are you buying? So far I've bought Will There Be Financial, Asta, Bonk, Ondo. I mean, these aren't like crazy numbers, but they're yeah, they're just what I'm buying. BTC broke. Oh my god, it's still going crazy. Right, media, and then I need to just get these. This. So this is like a live view into what my life looks like in creating content. How long was that? I don't even know how long that video was. There we go. How long do you think it was? Whoosh. Oops. Oops. Wasn't the longest video, like 3 minutes 50 or something. This is the last shakeout. I mean, let's hope so. Let's hope so, bro. I mean, I hope so, but you know, I guess you can never be fully convinced on it. I think the fact that this was possibly one of the craziest dumps we've ever seen. Oh, I just realized you guys aren't even looking at the charts. That I think this is pretty wild, if I'm honest. I to this day have never seen anything like it in my life. Not to see that, not to see altcoins that have got such huge potential basically turning, like, trade like a meme coin. Like, think about it. That makes no sense whatsoever. Right, they're still talking about AstraZeneca, so I don't care about that. Right, okay. Let's just have another quick look at the markets, and then I probably do need to get out of here. We've got 151 people still live with us here, and a few on there. So how much have you just spent? Not loads. Not loads. All relative, isn't it? That's my opinion. All relative. So Bitcoin 113.7. I mean, if you weren't here for it, Bitcoin's down 6.5%. You're like, whatever. Well, congrats to everybody who can buy this dip. I mean, that's true. Clever was right all along. Why would he say? Imagine this went to XRP with ETF approvals. I mean, it could happen next week. Could happen next week, which would be crazy. So a mini flash bear market. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? How much leverage was liquidated in the last hour? About $9 billion. Like, yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Right, everybody. That is me. I have been live over 2 hours now. So I am going to get out of here. What a stream. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say other than that is possibly one of the craziest streams I think I've ever done in my entire life, with one of the craziest market moves I've ever seen in my entire life as well. And by the way, coins are still way down as well. So it's not about panic buying right now. I mean, pump funds 30% down. Jesus Christ. So as always, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. King Song says, stay. I've been live 2 hours. I got other stuff to do. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes I've been live for. I'll be back tomorrow night though. Maybe. I need Ondo to hit 150. What, as in upside? Man, I want Ondo to hit 150, which would be kind of good news. If you haven't already though, hit the follow button. Remember, I live stream most nights, keeping you guys dialed into the market. A crazy, crazy time. If you want to catch me on more of my content, look out for that. And yeah, I mean, I might jump in the Discord late. I might actually jump in the Discord in a little bit and we can maybe chat a little bit more in there. But as always, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate your time, and make sure you hit that follow button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'm going to catch you guys all on the next one. Take care, everybody.